Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Castellin if you're new, and if you're not, welcome back to another hair video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I managed to achieve this sleek bun using basically just Eco Styler gel and a bit of edge control. I was just looking for a temporary hairstyle that I can keep for about a week or so, and I just wanted my hair to be up and out of the way. When it comes to natural hair, if your hair is loose, you can't just wake up and go. There's so much you have to do. So I decided to try and sleek my hair into a bun. Normally I don't like sleeking my hair down simply because of how thin my edges are, but in this case I was like, why not? Let me try. So with that being said, let me just show you how I transformed from this to what we have currently. I just took my hair out of braids, so it's pretty dirty. So first thing I need to do is wash my hair and blow it out, and then we can go to the next step of trying to sleek it down. Let me go wash my hair, conditioning, and then we'll be back to blow it out. I washed my hair, gave it some much needed deep conditioning treatment. So now I'm just going to be blow drying it in sections. I like combing the hair out just before I heat it with the blow dry to make sure that the blow drying brush doesn't get stuck. And you may not see it yet, but I forgot a very important step in this blow drying process. This natural hair DIY business, sometimes it's just a really steep roller coaster ride, because why did I forget the heat protectant? I forgot to put the heat protectant spray. Is it too late? This step of blow drying the hair is really optional depending on a couple of factors. First of all, my hair when it's wet, it's really coily and difficult to section, and I wanted to apply the gel at least to coat each and every strand to get it to lay as flat as possible. So it's really difficult to do that when the hair is completely coily. And then second, aside from the difficulty in parting when the hair is completely coiled and natural, you have to really pull it to get it to lay flat when applying the gel, and I didn't want to pull on my hair. Like, you have to pull it and brush it and comb it to try and get it to lay down. So it's easier when it's blown out. You don't really have to pull the hair back that much. And finally, because I'm doing this at home, of course I don't have a dryer. If I was to apply the gel on wet hair, the drying time would take forever, and I don't want to stay with a wet scalp. That comes with its own set of challenges. So when I do this on blown out hair, the little bit of moisture in the Eco Styler gel will just dry out in no time. This is usually the best I can do in terms of getting my hair to blow out. I know the split ends is also the issue. I would say I will take care of those soon, but I don't know when. Anyway, so I'm just going to put some oil into my scalp, and then I can start laying down the hair. I'm splitting my hair in half to make it easier to apply the gel and also to see where the ponytail is going to end up. Since I discovered this mirroring hack with the laptop, it has been a game changer for these hairstyles. And in the front half, I saw this style on someone on Instagram and I decided to try and do it. I'm just going to put 2 cornrows on either side of my head. Although the cornrows didn't turn out as perfect as I wanted them to, but they ended up blending into the hairstyle, so it's fine. It's totally optional again. You can just slick down the hair without the cornrows. But I felt like it did make it easier for me to put down the gel in the front in sections as well. So I'm going to be using some Eco Styler gel, and then in terms of tools I have a comb, a detangling brush, and this brush. I don't know what it's called, I'll have to check, but yeah, one of the stiff brushes or something. So I'm going to be using these to maneuver. I think most probably I'll be using them interchangeably, so I will not be able to tell you the order. I will just see how each is required. But I know I want to put the gel down row by row so I can make sure that the hair lays down as flat as possible. I know Eco Styler Gel is not usually a fast pick when it comes to hairstyles that require you to lay down your hair or slick it down. There's the option of using wax-based gels or gels with a firm hold. Eco Styler Gel is definitely not a firm hold gel, but it's what I have, first of all, and then I don't mind that the hair will end up with still a bit of that natural texture. I actually like it like that. And the extension that I'm going to be using in the back is going to be Marley hair, which has texture, so I just want it to still have that natural look. But for sure there are gels out there that if you use them to lay down your hair, especially using this section method, will make it look like it was almost straightened or relaxed before you lay it down. In my experience, Eco Styler being a water-based gel is like the easiest gel to wash out of your hair when you're done with the hairstyle. I just applied the Eco Styler gel in small sections, starting from the middle and working my way towards the front, and then using the detangling brush to make sure that all the hair is laying down, and finally finishing off with the stiff brush to catch any flyaways. Once I was satisfied with how the hair was laying, I just combed out the hair that was left out in the ponytail and then put those in 3 twists so it can make it easier to just fold the hair into the extension that I'm going to be putting in. I really wanted to have a big textured bun, so I'm just using this Marley hair that I have from a previous hairstyle. This is leftover hair. I took it and made it into one large braid and secured it with a hair tie. I applied just a little bit of edge control before I add the attachment just to catch any flyaways that is closer to the ponytail. And then simply attach the Marley hair using the hair tie and then coiled it around my head, and that's as simple as that. After that, I just used some bobby pins to make sure that the extension is secure in place and it will not move around. Once I was done with that, I moved on to laying the little bit of edges that I have. So I just used the same edge control gel that I used to catch the flyaways on my edges, and I'm trying to swoop as best as I can possible given the situation that we are working with, just to, make the style look as neat as possible. And then I also use the same edge control on the back of my hair, that is my nape, to make sure also there are no flowers over there. And then once I was done, I just took a silky satin scarf and used that to tie it down so that the gel can set in place. And while that's drying, I'm just going to get my face together and then we can come back and finish this off. And that's basically it. I have just removed the hair tie and the hair is laying quite well. For the final step, I'm just going to be using a bit of got to be glue. So this is just to make sure that the style stays holding properly. I sprayed the got to be after, because if I spray it before tying down the scarf, it will be like the hair will lift up when I take off the scarf. So I prefer spraying it after I am done with every step. The bun itself is a slight bit of a difference in shade from my hair. Usually, I don't know why, whenever I go to buy braids, I assume that you're supposed to go with 1B or number 2 or something like that, and I keep forgetting that my hair is actually just black. Slight difference, but I don't mind, it's never that serious. I like how the style turned out regardless of the thin edges. I know I could easily go in with a bit of mascara to fill in the gaps, but I really don't mind, I really don't want to, so I'm just going to leave it like that. But I like how it turned out, so this will be good to go for the next week or so. The style was pretty simple to do, pretty simple to execute. I didn't tie my hair back too tightly. That's why it's really important to just go layer by layer when you're applying the gel, so you don't end up having to pull all your hair back. It looks like it's really tight, but it's not. I can barely feel it, and I've had tight buns before, so I know this one is not too tight. That's basically it. That's how I slick back my buns. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Like, we really do have fun here. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching all the way until the end, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.